There's a popular analogy in the world of motivation that I would like to share with you. There are two people who are about to run a race, and for the sake of this example, let's call them person A and person B. Now, person A and person B are of the exact same height, weight, and athletic ability. There is nothing that separates them physically at all. They are the exact same in everything, and neither person has an advantage over the other. The only difference is that person A is told that if he wins the race, he will win $100,000, whereas person B is told that if he loses the race, he will be shot in the head. Who do you think is going to win this race? This example or phenomenon proves a very important lesson in the world of psychology and motivation. The lesson in this story is something called loss aversion. Loss aversion states that the pain of losing someone or something is twice as powerful than the pleasure of gaining. Person B's literal life is on the line. He will lose his life if he loses this race. So you best believe he's going to find something within himself to make sure that he wins that race. So what does this mean for you? Naturally, we all go through phases of our life where we're constantly looking for motivation. It just feels like we're going against the current. Everything just feels so hard. We have to look for motivation or reasons to keep going. Stuff going out there in world events just makes everything that we're doing seem so pointless. Every day just feels so mundane and repetitive, and you just feel like you're not doing what you were meant to be doing in life. And a very popular example of loss aversion that many people, many life coaches or therapists, or maybe even your parents give you is that one day you are going to die. Do you really want to be on your deathbed and you have a long list of regrets of the things that you couldn't do? This is a popular tactic that many people online use to get you to buy their product that will somehow help you live your dream life. By scaring you into think that one day you're going to die and you're not going to have money, you're not going to have traveled the world, done all of these things these digital nomads say you would have done had you bought their course. This is what scares you into buying it. That's why it's such a popular and powerful technique to use. But let me tell you why this is basically just mental masturbation and won't cause any real change. Many of you watching this right now are probably in your teens, your 20s, or maybe even your early 30s. Right now, we are too young to even comprehend the concept of death. We are young, we're healthy, we're still ignorantly optimistic. I don't even know if that's a real word. Even though times may feel bad, we have this inner belief that we're going to be able to do whatever we want. We are just too young and naive to even comprehend the concept of death. And why would you? If you're young, you're healthy, and you're basically just starting out on life, how could you comprehend it even being over when you haven't even started? So that's why when they try to scare you and make you feel good in the moment that if you do this certain thing that they're telling you to do, you will suddenly start living the life that you want to live, and then you'll have no regrets. That's why you feel good in the moment. You try it out for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, but then you find yourself in the exact same place as you started. And the reason for this is because we are too young to even comprehend this concept. But along those same lines of loss aversion, I think I have something more profound that will cause actual change. Do you know who's not young and healthy anymore? Do you know who is showing signs of slowing down and subtle signs of weakness? Do you know anyone around you that is showing actual signs of mortality? It's your parents. I don't know about you, but my parents now are not the same people as they were 10 years ago. I'm reminded of this fact daily when it comes to just regular activities, chores, doing stuff on the weekends. That same energy and strength and this will to do more, that same energy and strength that was once there just isn't the same anymore. And it's sad, to be honest with you. We get a very short period of time with our parents, and it's very sad because they're the only ones who will unconditionally love us. Not only love us, but be genuinely proud of you. Your so-called friends and peers want you to be successful, but not more than them. Your so-called friends and peers are the ones that once you start selling a product or you start selling clothes, for example, those are the same people who would ask you for a discount because you're friends with them rather than buying it at full price. Your parents, at least, I hope I know I'm speaking in generalizations here, but overall, for the most part, want you to be successful. And with that being said, they're not going to be around here forever. So the next time you don't feel like putting in that extra effort, things start to feel really, really hard. So you ask yourself, what is the point of going through all of these mundane, repetitive activities every single day? Rather than thinking about, I need to hit 10K, I need to move to Miami into a penthouse so I can invite a bunch of people out to parties, I can be around a bunch of girls, I can look better on Instagram. Rather than thinking about all of that, remember the ones who will be gone soon. The people in your life who saw you when you were this big. You really do not get a lot of time with them at all. If you think about it, for the most part, most of your life will be without them. That's a very scary and sad fact to think about. So the next time you feel all of these emotions, ask yourself, have I done enough today that all that sacrifice that they went through was worth it? Ask yourself, was I worth all of the sleepless nights, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that were spent on me to raise me throughout my entire childhood up until now? Am I worthy of the last name that my parents gave to me, which I will then pass on to future generations and continue out our bloodline? Am I worthy of carrying that and passing that on? If the answer is no to all of those things, you know what needs to be done. Mwah.